Issue 13 of Sonic X comic. Well, the unlucky number. Apparently, Scarlet doesn't know Tails' actual name. Tails the Fox just sounds like something a casual would think he's called for not knowing any better. Because Tails and Westwood were in the alien craft that attacked Gun, the president, who was watching the news at the time, just assumes that Sonic and his friends turned against him. This is gonna be the most forced arc in the entire comic, isn't it? Definitely the most frustrating one. He asked Westwood, Tails, and Sonic to be brought to him immediately for questioning, even though the news was just about to have Tails interviewed by Scarlet, so you'd think he'd just get the answers from there. The president starts to get paranoid that all of the Mobians are working with Eggman, just because they're from the same planet. Because of horrible writing, Westwood is written to ruin everything because he doesn't let Tails explain what went wrong, outright covering his mouth to do so. All because he doesn't want to admit that they didn't know how to fly the alien craft. Which I think people would forgive them for. It's an alien craft. This is gonna be the issue 40 of Sonic X, isn't it? At least here it makes sense that Tails and Westwood would get in trouble because they attacked Gun. And honestly, at first I did assume that Tails did this on purpose because I thought he was trying to keep Westwood from getting an evil aircraft to take over the world by flying off the aircraft himself. After all, Sonic buried the aircraft and ditched him in the desert. And why would Tails trust Gun with this kind of technology? But still, I feel bad for the heroes in trouble here. Out of nowhere, it's revealed that Emerald is with Cream and is already being relied on to protect her. He's just sitting there on the couch silently as if nothing's weird about that. This is how casuals feel when they pick up a random issue of Archie Sonic and don't realize that they shouldn't be skipping issues all the time because that's not how you read a comic book. This is the clusterfuck that results when Sonic X has its continuity split between two different mediums. I think I remember that Emerald was in the Sonic X anime and he was defeated in a fight in a Coliseum where the heroes were made to fight each other, but somehow got away with not doing that. So does this take place after it? I hope so. I thought the anime killed him off for real there and idiotically wasted a character in the process. It probably did. But why would Emerald fight them and get destroyed in the Coliseum later when he's already redeemed himself to this point? Reprogramming? This is Sonic X. This is an anime and a clearly kids comic book that's safe and funny. An anime and a comic book should not require a timeline to properly understand and follow the continuity of. Vanilla, since she saw the news, tells Cream that they should find a place of their own, far away from Station Square, since it's constantly under attack after all. I can't blame her for thinking this. Some Gun agents tell Sonic and Tails to come to the president for questioning, while Cream delusionally thinks Sonic needs her help to fight Eggman when she's never used to do anything at all. That's not self-aware of the writer. After pointless filler, Sonic and Tails get interrogated by antagonistic government people. Tails says that he wasn't attacking Station Square and was trying to stop the ship, but then it turns out that's not what Westwood says. So does that mean he's going to just assume Tails, the hero, was attacking the city and just take Westwood's selfish word for it? Sonic and Tails say that Westwood's lying, and the president just says that they're sticking to their stories. I understand why this kind of paranoia is going on around aliens like the heroes, because they're aliens, but it's still frustrating. Westwood doesn't want to lose his job by admitting that he knew about the ship and never reported it to the president. He doesn't have to admit that. He just has to say that they lost control of the ship, because it's an alien craft. He doesn't have to lie that all the Mobians are a threat to Earth. What was the writer thinking when he derailed this character? In a summer resort that's empty for no reason, Chris's mother messes with the talisman that's here for no reason, on normal mortal Earth, purely to cause the next plot. After complete filler where we see that Chris and Cream are being chased by people possessed by ghosts on Earth, purely because the writer ran out of ideas and had no idea what to do anymore, Sonic and Tails are charged with attacking Station Square and working for Eggman and get sent to jail. This is completely ridiculous. I already knew they'd be sent to jail in this comic ahead of time from a picture of Tails in a cell I saw on the internet, on Google Images. So it lessened the impact a little bit because I already knew this would happen. But it's still frustrating. It apparently doesn't matter to the president that they're heroes and always have been, just because of their species. He deserved to be portrayed as a bumbling senile old man in Sonic F. I thought they were going overboard, But that was still a much better portrayal because it was honest about who he really was. In Sonic X, he's taken completely seriously. But he's still one of those non-progressive minded nutjobs. And this proves it. At least in Sonic F, they tried to make him a joke, and it was amusing. Then it turns out that they'd been sent near the same cell as Eggman, just to add insult to injury. This is so ridiculous. He would have been given the death penalty by now. This is just worthless Chris filler, so I don't care about this. This story was by Joe Edkin, and was about Tails and Sonic for some reason getting arrested for attacking Station Square with the alien spaceship, all because Westwood won't tell the president that Tails just screwed up by pressing the wrong buttons on it. Seriously, I don't understand why he won't tell him that, because it was Tails who screwed up, wasn't it? And even if it wasn't and I forgot, he should at least lie that it was just Tails. This is such forced conflict. It makes sense that the president would be racist and assume that the Mobians are all on the same side because there's tons of sci-fi movies about alien invasions, and so he's quick to jump to that assumption. He should have said that, but whatever. I don't see the point of not having Westwood get arrested with them. I thought that would happen. Wouldn't he be blamed just as much as Tails is? And he looked suspicious when he refused to tell Scarlet what was going on. This is completely ridiculous. But at least this isn't as bad as issue 39 and 40, because here, aside from the Westwood thing forcing the whole conflict, it does make more sense that they get in trouble since Tails screwed up. I'm surprised it even had consequences for him. I thought it'd just be resolved at the end of the previous issue because Tails would tell everyone what really happened. Why didn't Tails bite his hand when he put it over his mouth? He has fangs in Sonic 06 and SA1, so it's not like he wouldn't get hurt. Seriously, like, it's not forced that Tails gets in trouble for the alien craft attacking gun. That makes perfect sense. That's realistic writing. What doesn't make sense is the president going after every Sonic character because they're from Mobius, and assuming they're all working for Eggman, and assuming that Tails is doing it on purpose. I can understand Tails getting in trouble for negligence or whatever, because, you know, logically that should have killed people because the alien craft was attacking gun. Logically that should have made him get in trouble for, like, manslaughter. But they're going way overboard with this. And the story also had the weirdest Chris filler ever. Why were there ghosts? Like, why were there ghosts there anyways? We'll never know, so who cares? What padding? I'll ignore it from now on as much as possible because it doesn't deserve anything else but that. Wasn't the point of Chris that he was the generic kid to be an audience surrogate? Or what's the point of giving him the weirdest plots ever?